All right. Ah, just one mine.
Yeah. No, that's mine.
Oh, where did I put mine?
You're on, you know.
Oh, I'm on, but I need coffee. Hollow, hollow, hollow. Save, save, save. Builder, builder, builder. Sound money, sound money. All right, guys. This is members only, and I just here to share with you guys. Really appreciate all your support, being patient with me. I hope you're learning from me this year. I just kind of want to get on, go over the markets a little bit with you, and then also share what's going on. Uh, Number one, finally, I'm positive. I think all the way around this year. So uh, I was not concerned. I thought we bottomed out Bitcoin. It does surprise me that it's taken this long to get up there. I know a lot of people are concerned about a death cross coming up here. I'm really not. I do think it was significant that uh, as Bitcoin crossed the 2 week high, gold actually broke the 2 week low. They're running kind of contra to each other, which is fine. I think both of them are very fundamentally sound. I still think gold will probably outperform. I mean, the gold trade will. Not saying gold will outperform Bitcoin, but I think the gold trade will outperform any Bitcoin trade. I think, again, the first of the year, these markets changed structurally, they changed in dynamics. It's not last year. And the correction that we got was just about perfect. And when we had that correction, when we broke through 40, when we went, I don't know what the low was. I know I caught almost the very low on the September contracts, and that's held. And I don't think you're going back there. So I could be wrong. I mean, yeah, I've always said all along, somewhere along the line we should go to 14,000, but we may never. And also, we could go up to 140,000 and get a 90% correction. So, got to remember, guys, this is Bitcoin. It's your treasury. All right. You need to treat it as such. And that's the whole thing. Oh, look what I've got in the background. We just got that in. We got Saifedean and we got uh, Tyler Jenks back there. The sculpture is going to be coming here and staying at the actually the Bitcoin Standard Institute. That's what we want to start down here. We don't know exactly what that entails. I think a lot of the people that are going to be at the conference are going to have a better idea than I do what a Bitcoin Standard Institute should be. And we just want to provide the facility in a safe place. And I think the Baja, and especially Ensenada, since we're close to the border, is ideal. But all of the Baja is a great thing. I think Jimmy's going to come on here in a bit with me. Uh, Guys, uh, Tone was down in Los Cabos visiting Jimmy and around the La Paz area because Jimmy, of course, as you know, he's actually building a citadel. He's got a huge piece of land down there that we're all kind of interested in watching it develop. The Baja is a unique place. It's really almost not Mexico, but it is. But it's also very isolated. I mean, if the United States invades with an army, they have to move all the way down. I mean, they can drone us. That they can do that anytime. But even the Mexican army moved down. They've got to come down in steps. Um, Not predicting anything like that, but I do think there's a big opportunity here. I wanted to, if you haven't watched it yet, Tone said, "Man, I just did the best uh, uh, live stream I've ever done." I think, and I thoroughly agree. He did one with Jimmy, a song, and with the Bitcoin mechanic. They covered some heavy stuff, and they had no mercy on anyone or anything, and really discussed the issues. If you haven't watched that, whoops, what do I do here? How do I show them that? Oh, sure. I go,
No, no, go. Okay.
okay, and hit share screen.
Share. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You're doing it wrong. Okay.
Okay.
There. No, here.
Okay.
The top one. The top one.
Oh, top one. This
Yeah.
one. Okay.
Share, and then you can choose. And then
Share.
you can choose the window you're going to share.
All right.
There you go.
So here we go.
Choose the different one.
Where's the one that we picked where we're
All the
showing
way at
that
the end.
stream? This one?
Yeah. Oh no, the next one.
This one?
Yeah. There you go.
All right.
There we
So
go.
here it is, guys. This is really, we actually have it on live, but you can see you got Bitcoin Mechanic on there now, and it's Tone Vays and Jimmy Song. This went on for, I don't know, a couple hours, and it really is a top notch. The guys really hit some good, hard, heavy stuff. Uh, and it's fascinating, guys. It's such a great time to be alive and to watch this unfold. One of the things that I noticed almost immediately when I didn't, uh, I just met people for a couple hours in Miami, but then I started watching the presentations. And one of the things, of course, I noticed is that one of the keynote speakers, or the keynote speaker, is one of my heroes, and I personally know, is Ron Paul, and he gave his speech, and his one of his suggestions is we need to get rid of the legal tender laws. And then of course Jack Mahler got on and said, "Hey, we just got legal tender passed in San Salvador." Which is really, it's contradictory positions, guys. There are such things as in-house debates, and this is a classic. And I have my views on it, and maybe I'll share that more later. But there's a lot of interesting stuff that's going on, and particularly, San Salvador can kind of thumb their nose at the world if their electricity is coming. They can generate those electricities from their volcanoes down there. I didn't realize that was also volcano country. So it's going to be fascinating to watch that develop. They also let's see, what else did they talk about on that? They talked about the Bitcoin conference and how there's really good stuff, but also some disappointing stuff. They talked about the China ban, and then also BitClout, which actually became a controversy because of Bitcoin Maximus. Uh, uh, my mind goes blank. Uh, but anyway, there was a tweet. Oh, Breedlove. I forgot his last name, but Breedlove, who's got a big following, and he kind of said, "Oh, I'm looking at big clout now," and which is really, yeah. Uh, Bitcoin Mechanic had no mercy on this as being really a sly way to promote shitcoins, and really some great points. So it's going to be really great to have these guys here again. Uh, uh, we may be getting uh, Breedlove down here. He's been invited. I also hoping that maybe Preston Fish, who I really respect, he's done a lot of good work. I share his view that the biggest risk right now is jurisdictional risk, and I think he actually brought that to my attention before I really grabbed hold of it. But if you haven't watched this, please do. It's really, I think it's going to be, uh, uh, this is going to be the kind of thing that we want to be addressing at the conference. This is going to be a lot of fun, but we're also going to be right on point, and we're going to hit some really hard issues. Most of the authors of Thank God for Bitcoin are going to be there, along with Jimmy. So I'm looking forward to addressing that controversy, and he makes the moral case, which I think he did a pretty good job of making the moral case for Bitcoin, uh, and 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 they did use it from a biblical perspective. I'm not sure that they really addressed from a Christian perspective, but again, that's what that's what makes Bitcoin so interesting, is we can have differences of opinion and still just have the colloquy, have the discussion. So as far as the markets go, I'll briefly outline that. I am, as you know, there is my uh, Bitcoin position. I did lighten up a little bit. I'm starting to sell a little bit in here. I'm be selling on a scale up. I will be taking out 4 Bitcoin out of here tonight. Here is my position on. Uh, this is my position on Bybit, and I have noticed I did sell off and it took out my 40,000 on the perp. I'm just going to stay with the 100,000, which is, I'm long about 2 or 3 Bitcoin there, and it's a nice long-term position. The same thing really I'm doing on BitMEX. I'm really have no desire to be selling the September, which I have a nice open position profit in. So that's kind of my long-term hold. And in the short run, I'm willing to give back the June, which is going to close out on me anyway before the end of the month. And and if you look at TradingView, I think I've got that on here. Oh, I'll look at the gold market too, since you guys, some of you are in that trade with me. But basically, everything is working. I did lose quite a bit of equity in the market. I've got an open position of profit of 5 Bitcoin. I actually dropped about 3 Bitcoin there, but I more than made up for that with the Bitcoin position that I have on. So you can kind of see how it's working back and forth. This is a completely different style and method of trading than what I did last year. Last year it was all primarily TA based on fundamentals, and I rode the market up to where I said, oh, when it got to started making contract highs, I thought we'd run into problems. Obviously, we did not, and that's when I tweeted out, okay, this thing can keep on going to who knows where, but the market dynamics has definitely changed. The structure has changed. It's not my kind of trading market. Maybe other people can trade that thing, but the problem is once you get caught, it can get real nasty. And that's what happened. I mean, basically, the people that bought this thing from 30 to 70,000, because you can sell futures over 70,000, they got tested. They got tested big time. And you knew it was going to happen. You just don't know when. And so, again, I'm a reactive trader. I can't predict things that happen. But when I went back down there, we took out all the fluff. We took out all of the back all the contango. Now you can buy it again. I'm not worried. Where I bought it here. That's Bitcoin, and the gold the same way. We took out the 2-week low, but I just don't see that as a real serious concern, because we're not confirmed till we hit contract highs. But if we hit contract highs, I kind of think the sky's the limit on gold. So I do think that it's going to trend. It will eventually. It's usually the last thing to go. And when the other commodities have already taken off, and then they weaken, and then gold picks up and kind of takes over from there. But we'll see. But my key is I'm going to be taking out. I want to withdraw and lower my exchange risk. Okay, and so I'll be withdrawing probably 2 Bitcoin off of the Bybit account, and at least probably 4 Bitcoin at least out of the BitMEX account. And I unfortunately didn't get any. I was very tempted to buy gold under 1850, but I was hoping to sell Bitcoin first. It didn't quite work that way. You had to buy gold and then later sell the Bitcoin. But that's okay. Everything, there's always another market tomorrow, and it's the consistency that's important. I also did load up the equity app. Let me pull that up. Oops, that's not it. I think I have to go out of stop share screen and then go back into share screen. Let me see if I can do that. How do I do stop share screen again?
The red one,
Oh, there's stop share. Okay.
There you go.
All right.
And then if you want to share the equity app.
Yeah.
Hit that.
Again.
Do it again. Okay. Now,
This is it.
No, the one over there.
That
there
one?
you go. That. And then share.
Okay. All right. And here's equity app, guys.
Share. Share.
All right. There we go. All right.
Make that bigger now.
Make this bigger. This is
there you go.
Yeah, that's a weekly time frame, which doesn't tell you much. Except what and I don't know what that. I don't know if that's a glitch or that could have really happened. Maybe on that sell-off in that spike down, but I was prepared for it. And actually, that's when I really added to my position. So let's go time frames. Okay, so Here's the daily. So you can see the big thing here, guys, is I have, I never really, I suffered a little bit this year, but that was it. I didn't have a big equity downturn. What I teach and preach is if you can trade and break even over a long period of time, I say a year, then you're on your way to success. And this is what happened. Look, I got called out, uh, and I don't, I don't, I thank the guy who did. I don't remember, and don't. That's not the important thing. The important thing is I was called out, and I thought it was a very legitimate, for hiding behind my hodl. And as it turned out, that's exactly, I couldn't describe that any better. That was a criticism. It's kind of like being labeled a Bitcoin maximalist. Yes, as traders, as hodlers, as managing your equity, the thing you want to do is hide behind your hodl. I could not have put that any better. And it was actually meant to be critical, but it actually is critical that you understand that's exactly what you want to be doing. That's what Michael Saylor is teaching you when he says, "I'm hiding, I'm using Bitcoin as my treasury." I know a lot of people are saying, "Oh, he's going to," he's not. He has other assets than Bitcoin. He's using it primarily for his cash flow and to acquire other assets, which is exactly what I have done and I teach you and that you've witnessed. So that's what hodling and saving, and we save. I mean, I started, one of the ways I saved was starting this hobby of riding these cars, and so I buy some, and now we're here when you come and visit us. If we're free, we take you for a ride. We're actually going to have an adventure tour, and we'll have our three cars there, along with a whole lot of other cars, and we just want to share the joy that we have living where we do and being Bitcoiners, what we do, what we're doing, and give you some thought of what you should be doing. And one of the things that I think is most important is jurisdictional risk. So I think if you haven't nailed that down, you should be looking at it. If you live in particularly if your home is in California or the West somewhere, Ensenada is a beautiful place. We're close to the border, and it's a very safe place to be, and there's lots of advantages to be here. But that may not be your cup of tea. I mean, you may not really like Ensenada that well. It's a dry desert area, and there's other places. There's a lot of people I know that live in Guadalajara, and Tone was just down there in Los Cabos, and with Jimmy. Is Jimmy on here yet, Eddie?
He has the link.
Okay, well, he may not come on then. If he can, he's welcome. Jimmy, if you're there, you're welcome to come on. Um, but at any rate, uh, yeah, Tone was down there checking things out in Los Cabos, which I haven't made it down there yet. I mean, I've been down there, but not to see what Jimmy's doing. But the goat lady was down there, and uh, there's just all kinds of opportunity here. It's what's happening on San Salvador. There's no guarantee that that's going to be successful. Again, the bottom line is for integrity, there is no substitute. We need to have people of integrity, and there's no reason to think that's not happening. But by the same token, San Salvador does not have a very good history. But Bitcoin can change that. It literally could, within a decade, become a new Hong Kong, the miracle of Hong Kong, and in Latin America, and become a paradise where it was the scourge of the earth. I mean, and it has been for 40 years. I know that people were coming to Sound Money conferences from San Salvador 40 years ago. I remember going to an event hosted by Ron Paul, and there were people from San Salvador there, talking about the problems that they had, and it was, basically a whole lot of cowboys with guns, and so it looks like they're resolving those problems, and we'll see what happens. It's very encouraging. Jack Maller has been invited to come to the conference. I don't know if he'll make it, but it'd be great if he would. Uh, and so we'll go from there. Let me get out of that's the 4 hour, and I'll do the 1 day. But the key here, guys, is in my trading, my I didn't have I, I didn't make any money trading this year, but I didn't have any sharp downturns in equity, and that's the key. That's your key. So I'm very confident that I'll have another very profitable year this year. I don't know. We'll find out. But let's see if we can do the daily. It's not responding. There we go. Maybe. 10 frame daily. There we go. Doesn't show much there. I just don't know what that was all about, but there it is. And but you'll see, I haven't moved that much of my total equity. And then if you want to look at the shorter time frame, whoops, we can do the 1 hour just so you can see. I don't really pay, but we're in here. The point is, I'm getting back to all-time equity highs. Does not include the little position I put on buy bet, and it does not include what I've been doing in gold this year. But you've seen how it all works. Everything's, I am a position trader. I do think that the positions I have on now, I'm quite comfortable with. So let me stop the share. All right. All right. Any questions? How do I get to the questions, Eddie?
Oh, hold on. Let me do that over here.
Victor Velicania came down for the 500. We had a great time, guys. If you have have a minute or two, watch some of the tweets.
One.
There's a couple little things we probably need to edit where we might be able to use in a promotion, but okay. Just put it on. Yeah.
There we go. Well,
No
no questions
no
today.
question. All right.
Let's see. Let's refresh. Nope.
All right. So at any rate, I'm done. I don't have any much more to say about the markets. Oh, there's one thing we can go to that death cross and look at that. I think I had that on there somewhere. Trading view. Let me go to my trading view. All right. Let me type this in. Trading view.
There it is. First one. Trading view, isn't it?
No, trading view. That's not it. I need trading view. I thought I had it up there. Trading view. GDC. USD. That should do it.
There it is.
Yeah. Well, okay. Featured chart. I think it shows up the death cross on this one. I know it doesn't want it. And yeah, I think this is
Okay,
it.
so make that bigger first. The zoom where your image is.
This?
Yeah. The green arrow. There you go. Hit the share button down at the bottom.
All right.
There it is.
This one?
Yeah.
All right.
Share.
Sure. All right.
There you go.
So there we are. And I think this is, let's go to the daily. This is what they're looking at, guys. They're looking at this cross right in here, that this is going to offer resistance. I'm not so sure it will. I think a better resistance is this one up here, which is about 46. So I wouldn't be surprised if we should kind of shoot right on through there. I look at this bottom in here, right between that 49, 437, and maybe down in here, 46. I think that's a better resistance, you know, starting at 45 on up. So It could stop right out in here and have some. I don't see any major problems. We did take out again. The significant thing is here. If you go here and we look at this, you have the 9, which was just perfect, and then you took out the 2 week high. So I don't see that you're going to get any more sell off from here. I just don't see it. I might be wrong, but I think all the indicators I look at, we went into, we blew out the contango. We took care of everybody that was all bullish, and everybody's committed to shit coins now. So it's time for Bitcoin just to take over and lead the charge. Um, so that's what's going on there. Let's do this on that. That's weekly. Let's go look at the daily. Boom. We already did that. We can look at this shorter term. All right. Here's the 4 hour. And again, they're looking at this death cross as being a resistance. And there's a 9. So, I did lighten up a little bit, not much. We shall see. And it's still, I'm pretty well perfectly hedged with it, because if Bitcoin does go into the can again, I'm sure the gold will perform like a gangbuster, and I actually gain on the gold because the Bitcoin price goes down, my equity actually goes up on the gold trade. It's crazy how that works, but that's how it works. So here is that trade, and we can actually go to gold and look at the same thing in reverse. Let's see if I have that one. Yeah, I'll just do. I mean, we definitely have it here, but that's does not indicate trading view, and does not have all the indicators on trading view. Gold. All right. I know. I think Tone looks at futures, and I don't. I look at the. I look at this one here. Oops. I think this is the one I look at. Yeah, full feature chart. I'm looking at the spot, not the futures. They have a little bit different signals. But here you are on gold. Uh, boom. You took out this 2 week low, but you're holding very, very well. You take out the 2 week high, and we're on our way as far as I'm concerned. If we reverse in here, uh, unfortunately, I wanted to add to it, but that's okay. You're not gonna, you're not gonna catch every wiggle waggle, and particularly if you're busy doing other things, guys. I'm busy doing a lot of other things in trading now. That's another reason I can't focus on the short-term trading. If you're focusing on short-term trading, then you can certainly do things differently than what I'm doing. But there's your gold, and that is the weekly. Let's look at the daily. Boom. I don't see anything major here. I mean, if you want, this is kind of a death cross the other way, where this one's getting ready to cross the yellow. It's just like I said, TA is great when it works, and it sucks when it doesn't work. So money management is the key. Everything is overlaid by money management. I then look at fundamentals, and then the last thing I look at is TA. And again, I'm not diminishing TA at all. It's just that most people get it completely backwards. And technical analysis will get you in big trouble, particularly if you think it predicts anything, because it doesn't. It shows you what's happened in the past, and just shows you a pattern which may or may not repeat itself. And there are, more important things are the fundamentals. The fundamentals are still intact with gold. We still have, you know, we're still inflating the currency at record levels. We still have entitlements at record levels, and we have regulation at record levels. Until that stops, we've still got huge monetary problems. That's the fundamentals. Apart from the back end of Bitcoin, if you assume that the Bitcoin is secure, and there's 21 million of them, and it certainly is an easy way to transfer funds, then Bitcoin is digital gold, and it's just started out, so it will continue to gain on gold. There could be a time when that stops. In fact, like I say, if if people that hate Bitcoin so much, if they really want to attack Bitcoin, Saifedean actually outlined the best way to do it. And all you have to do is restore sound money on the various fiat currencies. That's happening. They're going to try it down in San Salvador. You know what? I'm behind it. Uh, uh, what's going on down there is very, very exciting. So, and there's a lot going on. I'm not sure I really agree that I don't think you needed to declare it legal tender. I think you can accomplish all the same things without that, but I get it. I understand it's kind of, you know, propaganda in a way. And we know it's real hard. Everybody, unfortunately, it's not setting a good precedent because, all the shit corners are going down. Well, if Bitcoin is legal tender. Why not Ethereum? Why not Doge? And that's going to be where all these shitcoiners are going to go next. I don't think that's going to go anywhere. I think that's when things are going to hopefully wake up because the first government that chooses Dogecoin as legal tender is going to, I think, rue the day, but we shall see. All right. So let me get out, stop share. And I am done, I think. And all right, guys, I'm going to be getting on the shows now every day.
I think there's a question.
Okay.
The next one on YouTube.
Where, this one?
The other one.
This one?
Yeah. No, I mean the other one.
All right.
Oh, there
All right. Ugly. Hey, is the ticket for the conference only one night? No, no, no. They get hotel. You get 4 guys. It's 1995. You get 5 days and 4 nights. You get the carnivory dinner. You got the hotel room. Okay, for 2. Now the only problem I have, you buy a ticket, you get the carnivory dinner, you get the conference, full conference ticket, and the tour, but you have accommodations for 2. It's just, and so I can't guarantee. We don't know what the limits are going to be yet. Hopefully, it'll be wide open then, and then we can sneak people in. But right now, you're certainly welcome to bring your spouse. We also are, a lot of people are bringing children. So let us know if you are. This is going to be kids friendly. We do have accommodations. They're not cheap. Luxury. It's a 5-star accommodation because some people they're bringing kids. That will be extra, but you can also make do at this hotel. It's a beautiful swimming pool, lots of, you know, uh, we're working on that. I actually made a really good connection. I'm not going to address the kids issue now. We're going to do that later, but I do want it to explain the ticket. Go to the website. That is, I'll put it now. I will share the website. Let me go through it.
Screen bigger first.
All right.
There you go.
All right.
And
And
share
screen.
Yeah, that one.
This one.
Yeah, and then share.
Okay.
And then should be
Which one?
The last one, or you just type in the website.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just go there again. Okay, guys. It's Bitcoin Standard. I can't believe we got that name domain. Bitcoin Standard Conference.com.
It is.
Okay.
My bad, guys. My finger was in the way.
All right. So here we go. Again, guys, we have the programming blockchain and we got running Bitcoin. Okay. These are before the conference, the 11th, 10th, and 11th. That is not included. I encourage you to attend one of these. It's not cheap. Particularly the programming blockchain, you have to be qualified. If you don't know Python, Jimmy won't even take you. So, and then we have running Bitcoin, setting up a node, learning the Lightning Network. That's going to be by Giacomo. And we did offer 4 scholarships on that. I think they're all gone, so you can't use those anymore. And I had 2 on that, and actually Victor and my son qualified. So that was, very what do they
Veteran?
call that?
Which one? Veteran?
Nipple. Yeah, yeah. So, but they qualified first. We announced it to
Oh, and
everybody.
Victor too, right?
Victor and yeah, and my son Aaron, who they were both speakers at the Working Man's Bitcoin Cruise. And the running Bitcoin is $1,000, includes all the equipment. Again, they're both 2-day seminars. They'll probably be right here at the Bitcoin uh, Standard Institute building, what we're dreaming as an institute. The conference is the Canary Dinner is in that Wednesday night. Okay, it is a separate event, but most people are, you just get the whole ticket, you get the whole darn thing. It's if you buy it separately, it's $300, but it is the night before the conference, and we're getting all the details on that now. Probably everything is going to be in the hotel just because it makes it easier here, and then the conference starts on the 12th, early, probably at I think 8:30. We'll have coffee there and stuff for you, donuts and so forth. Uh, then we'll have a light lunch for you during the conference. And then that night on the 12th, we will have uh, a special dinner for everybody. Uh, and we'll be awarding the Bitcoin Standard Bearer Awards and just have some fun. We're gonna have a laser
That
light
shield is
show.
nice.
Yeah, huh?
The shield, no, the shield. Here, show
Wait.
the shield.
Yeah, well, we're saving that for another time. This is going to be the Bitcoin Standard Bearer, but we also, yeah, we're designing a shield. But we got a lineup of speakers, and there going to be more coming on. We have not added everybody to it. We're going to, again, I'm going to be doing this every day at 7 o'clock Pacific time. We didn't, this is the first day, and everybody's adjusting. And then the Go Lady is going to come on with me at 9 o'clock Pacific time on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So it's guys, it is 5 days and 4 nights. The first 2 nights are going to be at the hotel, and then the second 2 nights, this hotel here, and it's beautiful. It has a piano right in the lobby along with a pool table, so very relaxed atmosphere. And then on the night after the conference on the 13th, we all get on. We'll have limousines and buses and everything going out to the Horsepower Ranch, and the Horsepower Ranch is a whole different thing. It's beautiful, but it's not quite the luxury accommodations that we have elsewhere. But this is where the adventure starts. We'll have a little barbecue out there on when we arrive on Friday night. We do recommend everybody go to bed early because the next day we're going to do the adventure tour, and you can do it just for a short tour, a long tour. Everybody's got their own speed. I know we have some people that are, ex-professional racers, and then other people, if it's the first time you've ever been in these cars, you kind of want to work your way up to it because we want to make this. We have a professional that the Roberto family is going to be helping us with it, and they do this all the time. In fact, you'll be meeting Christina. She's going to be helping us with all the logistics. This has an Olympic-sized pool at it. We'll be having Saturday night. We'll be having a big event there, basically our final party, and then Sunday there's breakfast there, and we take you back to wherever you could come from. We will be picking people up at the Tijuana airport. Uh, and we just, so as you buy your ticket, we need to know when you're going to be arriving. So we're there to greet you. If you want to drive down, it's great. It's a safe drive. You can come in directly through San Ysidro, which I would recommend to most people. But if you're coming from farther east, you can turn in Mexicali. It's a beautiful drive in Mexico and go up through the Rio Moso, they call it. And then you cut over, you drive. You can avoid going through Tijuana and kind of go around it, and then come right to Ensenada. The drive from Tijuana to Ensenada is just outstanding. It's beautiful. By the same token, if you don't want to drive, you're little first time in Mexico and you want to be in good hands, you just park your car over on the US side. We'll have all that information, where to park. You let us know when you're there or going to be there. We will be there waiting for you when you walk across the border and bring you all the way to the hotel. And then Sunday after breakfast, or whenever you need to get back, we'll get you back either to the airport or back to the border where you can walk across again. So, and then if you want to do more, if you're coming here and bringing your family and you want to do an extended vacation, I would highly recommend it, because you can just keep on driving down that Baja and have a great time. We might be actually planning a trip there. That is the season for the whale sharks, so you can actually go down the Baja de Los Angeles. We've done that before. Great scuba diving, great fishing, great snorkeling, and you can actually get in the water. And we've, on two different occasions, we've had the whale shark just come right up to us. You're supposed to allow them to come to you. You don't go to them, and it's quite a it's very exciting. You've never gone swimming with a whale shark, so uh, and so it's gonna be a lot of fun and a big adventure. We get wrecked but not ruined. So that's the whole thing. We might have a wreck, but hopefully this can be a real safe trip. As long as you follow the safety instructions they give you, you should be just fine. The cars are a lot of fun, and it's just amazing what they do. So hope you can make it. Again, we're all three of these Jimmy Song and Tone Vays and uh, uh, Bitcoin Mechanic are all going to be there. I think Breedlove is going to be coming too. I forgot his first name, but anyway, I think he's coming too. We haven't said no. He hasn't said yes yet, but I think he's very interested in coming. And we might have a few other surprise speakers, but we've got a lot. I have a lot of people that new to Bitcoin that are just starting out, that have a good reputation, and we're giving them a boost. They're not invited to a lot of conferences, but they're being invited to this one because you know what, I feel very privileged to have the lineup that we have, and our goal is just to make this the very best Bitcoin conference there's ever been, uh, as far as content. As far as being true to our ideals and also having lots of fun. So that's that part of it. Let's go back. Let's see if I can go back. And the details of the conferences is there too, although that will likely be changing because so much is happening in Bitcoin. Who knows what we're going to focus on? Giacomo Zucco will be there. I do want him to hopefully be one. We're not going to have a lot of speakers. It's going to be mainly panels, but I kind of want Giacomo. He's entertaining and he really puts the shitcoiners in their place. So it'll be like I say, we're going to have a lot of fun and a lot of discussion. We've got a lot of people coming. Uh, I'm just going to be really excited about it. David Pwell is going to be there, and we had him on, with the members, and he is really an outstanding fundamentalist. And we've got, let's see, who else we got? Yeah. Again, we got a lot more coming, but this is, of course, it wouldn't be a Bitcoin conference without Thomas Hunt and the Mad Bitcoin, so he'll be the MC. Some other people not shown. Bitcoin Motors is going to be there, being a panel moderator. Joachim Buch, he's from American Institute for Economic Research. Will be there. Derek Walczak, Bitcoin Mechanic. There's some other people that are coming that we don't have up yet. So anyway, 4 nights, accommodations. Again, the Hotel Lucerna is a 4 or 5 star rated hotel, and then we have the Horsepower Ranch, which is kind of luxury camping. We put it. It's kind of bunk beds and uh, uh, I need to go out there and make sure we have the capacity nailed down out there. So. Uh, But right now, we are not sold out, but I do expect, we have not promoted this much. I have not had Jimmy Song or Tone Vays on. I haven't been on their show outlining it yet because we want to make sure before we do the final push to sell out these tickets, uh, I want to make sure we have all of our I's dotted and T's crossed. And that's running these conferences is not an easy thing, particularly what the logistics that we've volunteered to take on. So, any more questions here, Eddie?
Well, let's see.
How do I go there?
Stop the share.
Stop the share. All right.
And then minimize that.
All right. Join.
And then go to the YouTube. That one.
That one.
There you go.
All right. Right. If you've only booked the conference and you want to bump it up, just send it to support and we will do that. A lot of people just booked the conference and we gave a special advance rate. So if you're already, I got to get on and straighten all that up. But yeah, you want to, if you're going to come for the whole thing, and you should, if you order, through your, as a member, you should automatically get the 15% discount. So the 1995 is really, you take 15% off of that because as members, that's what you get. Also, if you want to invite somebody, use your code. I mean, that's what it's for. And you can pass on that 15% to a friend or another family that's going to come down with you. And you will also get a little, 10% reward for doing that. So it's just our way of building a Bitcoin economy. And right now it is 1995. I'm going to tell you, we have one layer where right now we're still under COVID restrictions. We think they're all going to get lifted, but we can't bet on that. So I want to sell what we have at the 1995, get sold out on this thing. And then when it opens up, we will open up those conference tickets, but it won't be the same price. We will raise it $500. We will make it $24.95. And so if you want to do this, this is the time to do it. So we appreciate, you guys. I couldn't have done this if it was not for you guys. Again, this is my building, Builda. The same 10 Bitcoin that I used to build the website, the same 10 Bitcoin that I used for the Working Man's Cruise. I can now risk that to provide this service and a lot more. I mean, we really want to take this to the next level. My whole thing is you need to have multiple jurisdictions. I think the biggest risk is that. So you need to maybe go to uh, uh, come down. I'm come down here and consider, having a second home. Or I'm a full time resident. I'm not going to relinquish my U.S. citizenship, but I want a full time residency down here, and eventually I want to set it up so I go across the border about once a month now, and my goal is this year is to just eliminate it completely because I don't see things getting better in the United States. I hope I'm wrong. I really do, but I don't see it anytime soon, and so I'm going to do what needs to be done here. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in, and
Make that thing bigger.
hmm,
Make your image up there bigger.
that's me. All right.
And then end at the bottom.
End up what?
End at the bottom.
Oh, and all right. Well, thanks for tuning in, and hope I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to be doing this again tomorrow. It will be open to the public tomorrow, but this I just wanted to cover the markets and cover the event. If you're a member, please sign up for this thing now because when we have not really promoted it yet, when we do, it's going to sell out. And again, it's an incredible value for 1995. It is 4 nights and 5 days, and that includes everything. Except we're not covering your alcohol bill, but basically it covers the carnivory dinner and the dinner on the following a Thursday night, and then uh, uh, whatever the horsepower ranch will have a little something on that Friday night, and there's a big open bar down there, and then after that, we get up early, and we'll have a spread out time. So if you want to get up early and go on the adventure tour, you can. If you want to go out at 10, you can do it then. And we also have ATVs for the children. So the adventure tour is going to just be a great time for the kids. And so with a great big old Olympic pool there, and they can hop on an ATV. They'll be under very close supervision by professional people that do this all the time. So, all right, hope to see you there. And I'm getting excited about it. I think everybody else is. And we got these hats. We'll probably be giving these away too. We got all kinds of hats. We just got a new, oh, did you see the logo design? I
Yeah.
put that on there. So I think that's right here on, well, guys, just go to the trading lounge. I showed you the design, and we got a new logo too for the conference itself that we're working on. So it's all coming together, and just one day at a time. So hope to see you there.